I'm waiting. Okay, we can start record now. So let's continue. This slide is in, if you download from the Google Classroom, is in the input and output. So I will not touch all the slides. If you have the slide with you and you open it, because some of it is repeat from the program elements. So I will only show you the part that is not being explained last week. Okay, so the dot format method here, you can see that this is the things that you have to learn also. So normally if you write the output, okay, print the area of rectangular with the length of 10, width of 11 is the value 110, right? So by using the dot format method, you can just write the whole sentence in only one opening quotation mark and one closing quotation mark. You don't need to use the long sentence. You get what I mean? Like you can see here, you only one quotation mark. Here, okay, one opening, the area of rectangular with the length of. If normal, you use the previous method. This here, you need to have a closing. And then you need to have a comma, and then you call the length, and then comma, and then quotation mark, width of, quotation mark again, and then you need to call out the height. So it will be like very complicated to write it. But with using the dot format method, you can write it in the whole sentence with quotation mark. But then after that, you put the dot format, and then in the bracket, you put in the content according to the arrangement. So one by one. So first one, you want to put length, then you put length. And then the second bracket, you want to put height, then you put height. And then the third one, you want to put area, then it's area. Okay, wait. So, okay, so you can see that this is the program you already typed. So it will appear the result like this. Everyone, you got the result, right? So you can put down your hand first. And everyone put down your hand. Okay. So you can see that what is the difference here. So last time you had learned this. When you want to put print number 1 plus number 2, okay, the result you want to call number 1, you see, you need to put number 1 in the comma, and then you want to use plus. So you need to put a quotation mark again, and then closing again, and then put another comma again, and then number 2. You call the number 2 again, and then you put another quotation mark equal to, okay? And then you put quotation mark, the comma again, and then you call out the sum. So both you can use to print the output, either using the dot format method or either using the normal method. Both can be used. But then sometimes, like in the test last time, they have tested this knowledge on how to do this. They ask you to write. But now this semester, I haven't seen the questions yet. I don't know. But this is one of the things you have to know lah. So dot format, okay. So this is the dot format method. Let me go to the other part. Okay, so let me continue here. So type of cohesions, okay, means here what? Yeah. Wait, let me get the laser or pen. Okay, so here means automatic conversions of an operand to another data type. Okay, and promotion, convert to a higher data type. Demotion is convert to a lower data type. Okay, so what this means, you can look at this example. So number 1, you declare 10, where you see that 10 is only integer number. So the data type is integer. Number 2 is 11.8. Okay, with the decimal points, automatically this one is floating number. Okay, so you print number 1 plus number 2. So 10 will be promoted to floating data type because it meets the floating type. Okay, so when the lower data type meet the higher ranking one, the lower one will be converted. Okay, this is called promotion. Okay, but then you can see that the same thing here, 10 and 11.8, but then when you want to print, you put the integer here. So it means when the result supposedly is 21.8, but then you demoted it to become integer. That's why the result is 21, no 0.8. And it is not 22. Because it will not like going to the 22, even it's 21.8 is more than 21.5. It will only take the integer number. Okay, so in the beginning, the answer is in float. However, the commands of integer, this one, force the result to be promoted into integer data type. Supposingly, is demoted lah. Okay, but you got what it means is okay. So when you mix apple and orange type of conversions, so operands are performed between operands of the same type. So if it's not the same type, the Python will convert one to be the type of another. So this will impact the result of calculations. Okay. So before that, you haven't used the mathematical function. So now you will know mathematical functions. Okay. You can use the program for the mathematical libraries. Okay. Sin, tan, cos, square root, logs, apps, and so many. You search online, it will appear. Okay. I cannot list everything because too many here. Okay. So when you want to use this, you must have the import mat. Okay, with the mat extension. So inside also the Python is already having the keywords for each mathematical libraries for the terms. Like if you want to use the sin, then you have sin. Cosine is cos, tan tangent, square root is sqrt. Okay, log is for the natural log, and abs is for the absolute number, and so on. You can search online. Okay. So what I want you to do it now is you open the coding again. You type this in one cell and type this in another cell. These are the both method for you to use the mathematic extension. Okay, can you do it now? Put down your hand. Once you finish this both cells, then you can raise up your hand. You run and get the result as this. Put out your hand first, and then you can do it again, Sulaiman. And another one is, I only saw Muhammad, the name. Okay, you do it now. For this mat, I will only show this example for now. So do it now first. Once you finish, you raise up your hand. Okay, some of you already start to finish it, so we wait for everyone to finish this first, then I'll explain. Abdi Nasir, have you done? Aipo, done. Hidayah, Abdi Nasir,
Yes, sir.
have you done?
No.
Okay, take some time. You run, make sure everyone you can run. So let me explain this while Abdi Nasir complete this. Okay, so some mathematical functions required to import extension mat and to be used in the program. So if you want to use the sin, tan, cos, square root, absolute, and so on, so many more, so you need to import mat. If you're not using the import mat, okay, before you using it, so you will have error because you need to use the mathematical functions like mathematical library. It need to be imported. Okay, so import mat. This is the method that you write and import the mathematical library. So number you define equal to 12. So the new number is mat dot square root in the bracket number. Means you take the number, you square root it. Okay, so the number being square root. Okay, so everyone you know the number, so you know what is square root, right? So square root is number, you square root it. Okay, so you print the new number. Okay, if you're using this method, okay, import mat, so every time you need to write this mat dot. If you want to use sin, mat dot sin. If you want to use the cos, mat dot cos, mat dot something. Okay, you must use this mat dot. Another method, the method 2, okay, is at the beginning you use from maths library, import square root s or something else, SA, SB, SC, SD, okay? Means that from the mathematical library you want to import square root and then you give it a name, you put S. Okay, so number equal to 12. So number underscore number equal to sum equal to S, okay? And then the number. So you can see the difference is at here. When here, every time you need to put mat dot square root. But here you only put S because you already simplify the square root become S. So you can straight away use S in the bracket, the things that you want to be in square root. So you print the new number, it will give you the result. So everyone, you got the same result? Okay, so what is the difference here is if you need to use a lot, many times, you better use this. If you just maybe use one time, then you can use this. It's up to you guys. Okay, so let's say you have a very long, you want to do P plus equal ABC, and then this, something you need to write equation. Okay, so you need to write with the sin, tan, cos, maybe the something else. So you need to know how to write the equations. Okay, so this is how you use the mathematical library. 2 methods of this. Okay, so next. So we go to hand tracing a program. Hand tracing a program, okay, act as if you are the computer, execute a program. This is what you practice in your test. In your task, you cannot use coding, you cannot use programming language, and you cannot use a Python to run the program. You need to know the answer. You need to act like you are the computer. Okay. Step through and execute each statement one by one. Record the contents of variables after statement executions using a hand trace chart. Useful to locate the logics or mathematical errors. Okay, so everyone, you look at this program and tell me what is the arrows here. You need to hand tracing it. So you can put down your hand first, everyone. Look at this. Last time I have explained to you guys what is the 3 types of error, right? You have the runtime error, syntax error, and logic errors. Remember? No one respond to me. Are you guys still with me? This is the weakness of online class. Okay, so anyone, you have the idea where is the problem? You see this program is to calculate the average. 10 plus 20 plus 30. Supposingly divide by 3, 60 divided by 3 is 20. But then the average appear the result is 40. Why? Remember I said there are 3 types of error. You have syntax error. Syntax errors mean you cannot even run because there is typing errors and so on. So there is no syntax error. But then you have runtime error, you don't have runtime errors because there is no error and then it appear the result. So what is the error here is the logic errors because the result is wrong. Supposedly it's 20, but the average show is 40. So what you have to do is you need to hand tracing it because now the program will not tell you where is the errors because it's zonal, it's logic errors. So you see, first number, you get the input, nothing wrong. Second, you get the input, nothing wrong. Third, you get the number, nothing wrong. But the average here, you can see number 1 plus number 2 plus number 3 over 3. Okay? Supposedly for average, here you need to put a bracket. And then over 3. Else you will only take this number 3 over 3 and plus number 1, number 2. That's why it's 40 the answer because it become 10 plus 20, 30. 30 plus 30 over 3, 10. So it's equal to 40. So what a hand tracing program is, you need to trace it. What is the problem? What is the error? Is it correct or not? Okay. So the slide of this is finished. Don't go back yet. We still have another slide of PowerPoint to go. So that one is from the slide of input and output. So now we need to go to operators and expression. Next week, I think I will give you practice. Maybe, let me see what I will give you. Just wait and see. Okay. Yeah. So you can see the operators and expression. So this is the last sections of this chapter 4. Okay. So operator and expression. Okay. So operator and expression. First, you have statement, operators, and operands. Then you have relational operators, assignment operators, arithmetic operators, and logic operators. So you have these 5 types. Okay, so statements are the elements in the program which usually performing the suitable object. Okay, so below is a statement for calling input value. So this is a single statement. Okay, a single statement. Okay, an expression statement is the statement that result a value. So literal expression, okay, 2 in a quotation mark A plus, quotation mark B, this is the literal itself, okay. Variable expression. Variable expression, you have the variable names to certain variables to present an items, okay. And then you have arithmetic expression. Arithmetic lah, mathematics. You want to do the equations and solve. Okay, literals, variables, and arithmetic. Okay, so operator and operands. So this is similar to previous one. So operands is something that make the operators to be act. Okay, operators can be classified according to the types. So you have arithmetic, relational, logical, and assignment. Okay, so the number of the operands, you have the binary, unary, binary, and ternary. Okay, so a combination of operands and operators called as operations. Okay, so this is the example of the arithmetic operator. Some of you are already familiar. So this is an assignment. You assign the value and the variable with value. And then you have the addition, subtraction, minus, okay? And then you have multiplications, divisions. Integer divisions means the value will be only integer. We want to get the result. Modulus. This one I already explained before. This is the leftover value that being divided. So you get 1. 9 divided by 2 is 4 times 8. So 9 divided by 2. Let me get this. Divided by 2. Okay, is 4, 8. So remaining 1. That's why it's 1. Okay, so this one, exponent, 9 power of 2 equal to 81. So 9 exponent of 2 is 9 power of 2. So remember last time I asked you to do for the area, you have the, okay, you have the, let's say you have pi d power of 4, pi d over 2 power of 4. So you can write d star 2. Okay, this is exponent. Exponent means d something. Okay, let's say you put 9 power of 4. Exponent. In the scientific calculator, when you have something like 10 power of something, you put the e also, right? Mean is the power of. Okay, so this is the star. When you have like power of 2, 3, 4, then you can put. Okay, so example 9 exponent of 2 is 9 power of 2. If you put 9 exponent of 3, then you will have 9 power of 3 like this. Okay, so remember for all these symbols, I will only explain one time. Okay, so orders of operations. Okay, so you have the orders. Okay, not all are in the same ranking. So you are familiar with some of the ranking already. So now we can look at it. So first level of precedence is from top to the bottom. Second level of precedence, if there are multiple operations, so they are the same level, then the precedence go from the left to the right. So from top to the bottom, and then if they are at the same level, then from the left to the right. So here is from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right. Okay, so you can see that x equal to 3 times 2 exponent of 3. So how the computer will run this? Look at this. So the top one, the first level of precedence is bracket. Okay, you need to solve what is inside the bracket before you go to the outer area. And then the second is exponent. Means this is the higher ranking. The ranking is ranking from the top to the bottom. Okay. Then after the exponent, you will go to multiplication, division, and modulus. After that, you go for addition and subtraction. And then lastly is the assignment. So when you look at the questions given, okay, x equal to 3 multiply 2 power of 3, this one, right? So computer will solve this first, is it? Because the exponent level is higher. So you need to solve the 2 power of 3 and then 3 times. If you write the classic, the usual way, not the computer language, then you write 3 times in the bracket 2 power of 3. Okay, so this is for the first one. So for this one, okay, so this one is similar but not the same. You have the brackets here. So bracket, the ranking is higher. So you need to solve 3 times 2 first, and then your exponent of 3. So this one will be 3 times 2 power of 3. Okay, so this is how you write it. Any questions for this one? is similar to the max. So I believe you guys can do it, can understand it. So arithmetic operators, okay, you know lah. So this is for the additions, multiplication, okay. Then for this subtraction, you have either subtractions, okay, for binary operators, you have two operators, or either unary or only single operators for the negative. Okay, divisions, modulus, I explained already. So this is also the explanation. I will skip it because you already know. Okay, so arithmetic expression, how you write it in the, this one is either C++ or Python, same only. Okay, so in the mathematical formula that you have b power of 2 minus 4ac. So how you going to write in the programming language? You cannot do like this in the program. You won't understand what you want to do. If you want to do the arithmetic, you need to write according to the format. So b power of 2 is b times b, or either you can write b star 2. Okay, so minus 4 times a times c. Okay, you cannot leave it like 4ac. For the skill of how you convert the mathematical formula and to the computer programming expression will be being tested also. This one was always come out in the previous tests and so on. We will give you not easy like this. It will be complicated also. Quite complicated sometimes. Okay, so also for next one, you can see x in the bracket y plus z. So what you have to do is as time, you need to have a time here. Okay, time y plus z in the bracket. Okay, and then 1 over, you need to have a 1 over in the bracket. Okay, sometimes the student always forgot to put the bracket here. Cannot, because if you didn't put the bracket here, it will become 1 over x times x. Okay, plus x plus 3. It will become the wrong things. So you must have the bracket. And then x times x, or either x exponent of 2. Same thing. Okay, plus x plus 3. You write x times x. Okay, you write x times x. Or either you write x exponent of 2. Both I can accept it. Okay, and then a plus b over c minus d, you need to have bracket lah. A plus b over c minus d. Okay, so you will be tested on how to convert this to this manually. So for your project also, you will need to practice that. Okay, so after the arithmetic operations, now we have relational operators. So for relational operators, so this perform comparison and the result is what is called a Boolean, either true or false. So remember, true is 1, false is 0. Okay, so here we have this. Okay, are you ready? So normally less than in the mathematical is this. So this one also the same. Less than or equal to, if in mathematics it will be like this. But then in computer, in the programming, it don't have this thing. Don't have. So you need to use less than and equal to. You need to break it to less than and equal to. Greater than is same. Okay. And then greater than and equal to, also you need to put greater than and equal to. And now, okay, this is equal to. Equal to, you have these two. Okay, when you have only one, this is assignment operators. Difference, assignment operators is you assign this to certain things. But then this one is equal to, means A is equal to B. You are not assigning A equal to B. So if A is equal to B, then is true. If A is not equal to B, means false. So a lot of students also get confused for this to this. Okay, so the next one will be not equal to. Okay, so when A is not equal to B, then that statement is true. This is the relational operators. You will use this when you are in the chapter 6 a lot. Okay, So let's look at the example. Comparison operators. So as I said, already explained this, okay? So you have the equal to, not equal to, less than, equal to, greater than equal to, okay? So for example, you can put x plus 7 is equal to 2 times y. But then in the mathematical equivalence, you write x plus 7 is equal to 2y. So when you have something like this, you need to convert to this. Okay, answer is not equal to n. So how you write it? In the program, you write like this. But then in the mathematical equivalent is this. Count is less than n plus 3. Okay, the same. Time is less or equal to limit. You need to write like this instead of this. Okay. Time is greater than limit. Also the same. Time is greater than equal to. It's different. You break it to 2 symbols. It's not hard to remember this, I believe. Okay, so next slide. Am I too fast? Not right. Are you still okay?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, this is all about the basic. Okay, so this is, now we go to the logical errors. Just now is relational operators. So now it's logical operators. Okay, so logical operators, these have Boolean operation operands, and the result are also Boolean, either true or false. Okay, so the basic Boolean operators are and, or, and not. So these 3 are keywords. You cannot use it for other things. It's already being assigned in the Python to do the logical operators. Okay, and, or, and not. We go for the examples. So for first, okay, you have first expression and second expression. If you put an n here, okay, if you put an n here, so first expression is true, second expression is true, then it will be true. So when you use n, the first one and the second one both must be true. So true will be true. Other than that, no. So true and false will become false. False and true will become false. False, of course, is false. Okay? So for n, left and right must be true. Then it will be true. For all, either one, okay, either one. Either one true, then true. So for first, this, if you put all here, okay, true or true, then it's true. True or false, then it's false. And true or false, then it's true. False or true, then it's true. False is false. For all is either one. Okay? And then for not, I think it's small letter, but now accidentally they put the capital letter here. For not, okay? So for not, this one sometimes confusing. True, when the statement is true, then it becomes false. When the statement is false, it becomes true. Like you assign x equal to 7. But then you say x is not equal to 8. It's true or false? X is 7, but x is not equal to 8. X is not 8. It's true lah. It's false, right? I also get confused already. Okay, it's true, false, false become true. Okay. So, for example, how you can assign it? You can also combine Boolean expression. True if a statement, if A is true, B is true, then it's true. Okay, and for all A and B, either one is true, then it's true. So for true, if A is not A, means when the true, it is a false. Okay, this one I always get confused with this. This is my weakness. I will be headache with it. Okay, so binary operator used to assign. Now we go to the assignment. Just now is the logic. You have relational, now you have the assignment. So this one is assignment. Assignment only this. Okay, binary operator used to assign a value to a variable. You assign something to a variable. So variable must be at the left. The expression must be at the right. You cannot reverse it. Okay, so in the middle you have assignment operators. Mean you assign A is equal to 7. Combine assignment operators. So now you have this, some simplified operators. Okay, when you put plus equal to, so this is x plus equal to 5, means that x is equal to x plus 5. Y is equal to y minus 2. Z is equal to z plus multiply 10. A over equal B means A equal to A over B. C modulus 3 means C is equal to C modulus 3. So this is the operators. So many operators. So you need to go through it by doing your own revision. Okay. So this is how you write it. I already explained it. So precedence and associativity. So I already explained just now the precedence and associativity. So you need to be alert, like 17 minus 8 power of 2. Of course, by logic, we already know we need to solve this first before this, because the precedence level is higher for multiplication. Okay, so you have rules. Okay, so this one I already explained. So this is the higher precedence and to the lower precedence. Okay, so just now we only look at the arithmetic one. So now you also mix with other things. Okay, so unary is the negative, mean like, let's say you have -5, the value. Of course, it will be the highest because it is come together with the value -5. It's not subtraction, but it's negative. Okay, then you will have the multiplication, division, modulus, go for the plus minus, and then you have this relational operators. Then you have the logic, relational, and then this is logic, and then this is assignment. So lower to higher, top to bottom lah. So this one is with higher ranking, and then this one is lower. Okay, so associativity execute from the left to the right. Precedent, we call it from top to bottom, and this is top to bottom, and this is left to the right. Left to the right mean they are at the same precedence level. So when they are at the same precedence level, then you need to solve it from the left to the right. Okay, so this is example left associativity. There are left associativity and also right associativity. Okay, so how you know that you are using which one? It depends on the questions. It depends on the formula. So you can see that this multiplication, division, modulus, and multiplication are at the same precedence. So you solve it from the left to the right. You solve 3 times 8 first, and then you get the result, divide by 4. After divide by 4, you divide by 4, you get the leftover value, and then you multiply 5. So what is this value? Everyone, can you get the value of this? Can you calculate now? 3 times 8, you get how much? 24, right? 24 divided by 4, you get 6. Is it? So 6 modulus of 4. 1, 4. You need to know how to do this. It's always being tested. So you get 2 after modulus of 4. So 2 multiply 5, you get 10. So this is also one of the example for hand tracing. Okay, these kind of questions normally will trap a lot of students. You will not get the correct answer because you press the calculator and then you get the answer. So this one you need to check one by one, especially at the modulus. Normally students will get stuck with it. Okay, so be careful with it. So we go to the right associativity example. So you can see now you have A plus equal B, multiply equal C, negative subtraction equal to 5. So can you do from the left to the right? If you want to do from the left to the right, when you want to calculate A, you need to get the value of B. But now you don't have the value of B yet, because you need to get the B from the value of C first. So you cannot do the left associativity. Let me write it. Okay, so what you have to do now is you need to write it first. So first you need to solve it. C equal to C minus 5. So after you solve it, you get the value of C. Then you do B equal to B multiply C. After you get the B, then you can solve A equal to A plus B. Then you will get the result of A, B, C. So this is means from the left, right to the left, you have to solve it. Okay. So precedence and associativity, you already know this. So this one, you will solve this first, then you go to this. So y is equal to 17 minus 8, minus 2 minus 8. So you get a result also. Okay, so for this confused, then you can try to use it. If you are confused, then you need to use the parentheses at the bracket here in your coding. And also you can only use this. You don't put this, you don't put other shape like this. If you write handwriting in the equations, you cannot use other than bracket like this or this. Cannot. You must use only the bracket like this, the parenthesis. It's called the parenthesis at the name. Only can use this. If you use other than this, I saw this, I will straight away give you a cross. Wrong. Dang. Okay. So, okay, we go to next. This is also keep repeating the same things. Multiplication requires operators. So let's say area is length times width. Okay, of course you need to have the length times width. You cannot write like this. Area is x power of 2. You can write either x times x or x exponent 2. Okay, parentheses may be needed to maintain order of the operand. So parentheses, the bracket here, okay, and here. That's why you write m is equal to, in the bracket, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Why is? Okay, so this is more. Oh, Mukta, have you been signed out? Why you, Mukta, why you suddenly disappear and come back again? Okay, so this is again, repeat. 6b is 6 times b, so you write like this. Okay, 3 times 12 is times 3 multiplication 12. 4xy, you need to write 4 times x times y. Okay, this is it. And then you can convert it. Okay, so you can convert the value. So now you can type this program. Okay, you type this, then I will explain it later. You can do the converting between type of information. So put down your hand first, and everyone, you do this first. Later I explain to you. Wait. Let me open the coding. Okay. You follow this, can you see? Okay, follow this one. I want to find the codings. Okay, this is the coding. So some of you already done. A little bit more to go. Okay, so mostly already done. Okay, so look at this. X equal to 10.9, Y equal to integer X. Print XY means you can convert it, okay? So first you print XY, so now X is 10.9. But then X is equal to integer X, so you will take the 10, the integer number, that's why it's 10. And then now you assign X equal to 10, X is integer number, and then Y is floating X. So Y is the floating number from X. So floating number, even if your integers convert to floating, so you will have the 0.0. So that's why it shows 10 and 10.0. Okay? So next is this one. Convert in between different types of informations. So now you can see X is in the, this one you type first. I let you type first. You need to type this. I want you to save it. Not this, but this. Okay, you type this also. X equal to 100. In the quotation mark 100, X equal to -10. Put out your hand and type this again. We only have 3 more slides, so be more hardworking on typing the codings. Just a little bit more. This week I will give you no assignment. You're happy? I think next week I'll give you assignment. This week I will give you a rest. Last week I have asked you guys to do for two area, right? You need to do the coding. Remember, everyone?
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
So stand by to open your coding. Who opened it, present to me, then you can dismiss the class later. Be ready. A little bit more for our class today, then finish. You guys want to do the partial questions as tutorial? Do you guys want to do it? Then I will take the previous test for you guys to practice.
Can, Doctor.
Can I? So maybe next week I will give you guys assignment to do it. No, this week lah. This week I let you guys goyang kaki first. Or for the foreign student, goyang kaki is you sit there, do nothing, shake your legs. Means goyang kaki. You shake your legs. Okay. I believe you guys have a lot of other assignments also, right? Semua subjek hari-hari ada assignment. Mesti macam tu. Okay, so this one, everyone almost done. I want to show you how can you convert other string, other data type. Also, not only floating and integer, but you can convert string data type to integer and floating. So can I explain now? Okay, so for this, X is equal to, in the quotation mark, 100. This is string data type. It's not integer or floating data type. Because of what it is in the quotation mark. Remember, in the quotation mark is string literal. Okay, it's string literal. So X and Y is string literals. So you print XY. So first you print XY. It will print 10 minus 10.5. Why? Because 10, no, sorry, it's not 10. 100 minus 10.5 means that 100. Okay, you print 100 and then you plus. It will not total up 100 and negative 10.5 because these are not numbers here. Here now is string. It's considered like alphabets. It's string. Okay, that's why it print 10 and then negative 10.5. You see, it is not also not showing you the multiplication, the addition sign, because it's only 100 minus 10.5. If you put X is equal to, in the string A and B, so it will show you AB. Okay? Everyone, you got it? But then the next one, okay, you print integer X, means you convert the X into integer from string. From string to integer. So now you convert 100 become integer value, and you convert the floating Y. Means you convert the negative 10.5 from string literal to floating type. So that's why when you print integer X plus floating Y, so it will appear 89.5 because it's already become numbers. Okay, so 100 minus 10.5, you will get 89.5. You got it? You got what I mean here? Okay, so look at this example. Okay, this is example also from the slides. Now. No, like this one, you can extra practice, you can do it at home. Okay, so convert between different type of information, getting the numeric output. Okay, the input in the bracket function only returns string information, so that the value written must be converted to the appropriate data type as needed. So for this example, the screen, okay, is it too small, or I need to show in the slideshow?
Okay.
It's okay for me.
Okay.
It's
Open
okay.
bigger.
It's okay.
Open bigger. Okay. So you can see that when you have no conversions, human age ratio is 7. So age input, what is your age in years? Normally we will have a data type before that, right? Remember, sometimes we will put float. Where's my pen? Sometimes we will put float. Okay, sometimes we will put here, we will have a float, right? We have integer, we have str. When you get the input, you assign the user, okay, float input, insert length, insert width, or you have a float at the front, means you already assign floating data type. But now when you didn't assign it, so what happened? Okay, so kh equal to age times human kh ratio. Okay, so print age in k years, so it will show you the kh from here. So when you didn't assign it, the age is refers to a string, not a number. Okay, because and then the star sign is not mathematical multiplication. So now when you time this, it won't become the mathematical multiplication because it assumed as string. The Python assign it as string literal. It not become the numbers. Okay, so what is your age in years? So key in 12. Supposedly it's 12 times 7, you get the answer, right? 7 times 1, supposedly you get 84. But then here you get this. Okay, you print the cat age in cat years is, and then you will take the age, you key in 12, and then times the human cat ratio 7. Means here you what happened is 12 times 7 times, so it will print out age 7 times, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. So it becomes 12 times 7, become 12, 7 times. So you need to avoid this kind of mistake also. Declare the data type before you ask the input. So for this example, okay, so now you already assign integer. So automatically, when you key in the number 12, the program will take it as integer data type, as 12. It is not string. Just now it's assumed as string. Now it's assumed as integer. So integer 12 times the human cat ratio 7, so you get 84. So this is how you get the answer of 84. Okay? Any questions from the floor? So basically chapter 4 is finished. I will give you the tutorial. You want the tutorial by this week or next week?
This week, after this week.
This week. So, okay. this week or next week, but I will give you time to do it. I will pick one first. Let me pick one, task one. Okay, let me show you the task one paper. You cannot do the program, use the program to do it. You need to answer in paper, scan and upload. Okay, let me show you guys. Okay, so this is the last year question. You can see this is semester 1, 2021. Okay, so this is the test. So it has instructions, and then you have section 1, question 1, question 2, question 3, 4, 5. Finish. This is test 1, last semester. So can I take this as your, so I will give it to you to do it. Maybe you will wait. I will give it to you as quiz. I will take it as quiz, but not all questions. Okay. Wait, let me find it. So I will give it to you guys to do it. Someone this week, someone next week. So everyone put down your hand first. Let we vote. Let we vote. Who vote for next week? You can raise up your hand. You want this assignment next week, then I will give it to you guys next week. This week, no assignment. Okay, so you guys want next week, so I will let you guys do it next week. Okay, and next week, basically, I think you have no class. I will let you do this during the class hour, because another class is catching up the chapter 4. I want you guys to have the same progress, and you can practice before the test, because test is only under chapter 4. So you get familiar with under chapter 4, then we will move to chapter 5, 6, 7. Okay, we are on very good progress, so I can let you guys have a week of rest from the teaching, but you guys have to do this lah. If you want to do next week, it's okay. Maybe I can upload early. So for those who want to do it early, you can try it. But I will maybe take partly become the question of the test, of the quiz. So you do this equal to you do quiz and test, quiz and assignment. Is it okay?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, so I think no need to show me what you did last week, because that assignment is even heavier. You need to do a whole set. So I see you guys. So I will upload the assignment to you guys, and anything you can ask me in the Telegram lah. Okay, give me some like for my photos. Then I ask you guys to give me the likes. I want to have the likes. Have you guys give me likes in the photos? My selfie competition.
Yes,
already
Doctor.
like
Give me
lecture.
some likes. After this, give me some likes, huh? Okay, bye. See you guys.
Send the link again, Doctor.
It's in the Telegram.
Of the lecture.
It's in the Telegram.
All right, I'm gonna go do a like right now.
Okay, so I will give you guys the assignment by next week, so you can do it. Okay, so next week no class, huh? You guys happy? Next week no class?
Thank you,
Yes,
Doctor.
Okay, bye. Next week no class. You need to do the assignment only. Bye bye.
All right, Doctor. Bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sama.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye.